Defense has filed a motion for early termination. State, have you had a chance to review the motion? All right. Defense, do you have any witnesses?
I don't judge this argument.
All right. All right, I'll hear your argument.
Judge, Mr. Montalvo has been, when I understand, a model probationer since he's been on. He's paid all his fines and supervisory fees. I'm sorry, his fines and court costs, and he's current on supervisory fees. At this point, he's only, I think, reporting in person every 3 months. He's been extremely low risk. He's done everything that they've asked him to do. He's gainfully employed. He has his own business where he cleans pools. And to be honest, I've actually used him, and he's done a very good job and been very responsible and showed up on time. And I don't think that Mr. Montalvo is any type of threat to society. I handled the underlying case. It was basically marijuana-based ones. So when I recall, I believe that you would be a good candidate to be off probation this time.
All right. Probation.
Judge, Mr. Montalvo has completed everything that he needed to complete. Everything is seems fine on our behalf, and we have no opposition for early termination.
All right. Is there anything you would like to say?
I feel like I learned a lesson, and
All right, you want to raise your right hand?
yes, ma'am.
Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Matthew Montalvo.
All right, what lesson have you learned?
Not to do anything wrong, to be honest. Changed my life that day, and since then, never really looked back. And somebody blessed me and showed me the pool cleaning business, and it's much more lucrative and less of a headache, I guess you could say. And I've been doing that for 4 years now, so I'm just looking to continue and expand. Brought my brother in now; he's working with me. So this was an eye-opening experience, and it was changed me for the better, I believe.
All right, and was $100 worth it?
No.
Anybody else with any questions?
Mr. Montalvo, my name is Hank Wilkins, and I'm the prosecutor here.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever been in trouble before here in Bear County?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, so in 2007, did you get an evading arrest with a vehicle?
Yes, sir. That was my first arrest.
And what did you get on that?
Probation.
Okay, and were you successful in that, or were you unsuccessful?
I finished successfully, I believe.
Okay, so the records here, would you be surprised to learn that our records say that you were
Okay.
supervision term was finished unsatisfactory? Would that be surprising to you?
No, because I had 2 running concurrent. I don't recall which one was the first one to finish, and one had like 2 more months, and that one was the one I signed unsuccessful.
Okay, and so did you have a forging commercial instrument or check in 2009?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and were you successful on that one?
That was the one that was running concurrent. That one, I don't recall which one was successful, which one wasn't.
So I'm not trying to trick you or anything.
Yeah.
Our records say that they were both unsuccessful.
Okay.
Your understanding is that you were successful on one, not successful.
That's what I was under the influence, yes.
So if your motion is unsuccessful today, do you think you would be successful? Do you think you'd be able to finish this out?
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's, during those trials or cases, I was 18 years old, young, not mature. I obviously was a lot older when this happened and made a bad decision. And I decided to do this one the right way and not mess around, not fail my UAs and have to go to boot camp, ZT, everything else, but just get it done. So that's why I buckled down this time and use it as a real learning lesson. So I try to do it all properly.
So as part of the steps in your case, it looks like you had more than 10, but less than 12 vapes, right? Okay, so were you this for personal use? You selling those? What are you doing with that?
Judge, I'll object at this point. I don't really see how that's relevant to the motion for early termination.
All right,
Sorry.
just so everyone knows, I've read the stipulations. So objection overruled, but everyone, I've read the stipulations, so I know what happened.
So you can answer, Judge.
What was the question?
Yes.
Sorry.
So were you selling the vapes?
How do I say this without, so that was just a bad mistake. I was helping a friend out, who needed it, basically, and that's where I went wrong. It wasn't for me. And I don't know if that makes things worse, but Yeah, so that was all discussed when I was arrested and stuff. That I was in a time of need. I was just lost my job, needed some extra funds, and a friend asked me to help him out, and I made a bad decision. And yeah, that should all be written down. I explained that to the arresting officer, so.
So you made a deal with the state when you agreed to this term, right?
Yes, sir.
And you're asking that you're trying to change it now, right? That's what you're trying to do.
Well, I just
So
felt
they'll
like,
object, he's basically asking for a legal conclusion. I mean, I don't remember not asking for early termination probation. being
Object to
part of the
speaking.
conditions.
All right, so everyone. You understand that you entered into an agreement for deferred adjudication for 6 years.
Yes.
All right, so now you're asking the court that you be let off early and not complete the 6 years. Okay,
may I,
now, just 1 second.
That's
Yeah.
all, that's all.
All right, is there something else you wish to say?
well, what really brought me to this being here was my probation officers telling me repeatedly that I was gonna get an early termination. I just needed to do X, Y, Z, kept doing X, Y, Z, and it kept getting pushed next time we visit. So I just said, well, let me try to see what.
And I know you've been before the court before on an early termination and it's been denied. So let me,
With this.
Yes. yeah, no, previously, there was a motion sent to me for early termination. And it was denied, and that was back in October.
I was not aware.
Yes. Someone filed it and I denied it because that was, so if you are tested today, what are the results going to be?
Should be clear and clear.
All right, let's do a UA and then I'll come back with my decision. Okay, thank you. Thanks, Hank. On,
Montalvo,
yes.
positive for THC.
All right, could I see Montalvo, please?
Your Honor.
Afternoon.
I apologize.
No. Here's the thing. We're back on the record in 2021 CR 3955, State of Texas versus Matthew Montalvo. No, I appreciate your apology, but here's the thing. You're on probation. You've got to start making choices that are better choices. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself in, doing time potentially. You had your attorney up here arguing for you and he was giving a good argument. And I will tell you, if you would have been negative, I would have terminated your probation.
Made a fool of everybody today and I
Mhm.
apologize.
So was marijuana worth it?
No, man, no. It wasn't at all.
All right. You can't be doing a fast time at Richmond High in here. You understand?
100%.
All right, Ms. Abrams. So the motion for early term is going to be denied. And instead of filing a motion to revoke, just do an alter and amend to include 60 sober meetings in 60 days. And let's have him tested once every 2 weeks for levels until the levels are negative. And then regular random UAs thereafter. Is there anything else? All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. You're on probation. I tell people this all the time. People are like, oh, why would somebody be going to prison for marijuana? Those are the rules. You're on probation. You're not allowed to do marijuana. You're not allowed to drink alcohol. Sometimes people think probation is easy. They're like, oh, he just got probation. I would like to think I could do probation. What would probably end up getting me is if I'm trying to have employment and I'm working 40 hours a week, because sometimes you have to sit there a long time to get your UA when they send you off to get UAs. That would probably be one of my sticking points. But I pick up the phone and call somebody and said, hey, I'm gonna lose my job if I do A, B, and C. Can you work with me a little bit? So you're gonna have to get your life together. Your life is still a little bit out of control. You understand? All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.